Welcome back to Sushimi's House. I'm your loving host, Master Sushimi, joined today by my sweet sister, Ice Bubbie.
Hello.
And we're back with some more Control. If you finished the last episode, you got to enjoy Dynamite without us talking over it a whole bunch.
Simply stunned.
Yeah.
Just...
I was able to pick up a little bit more of the lyrics. Something like she walked in looking like dynamite. She's got the whole town lighting up dynamite. He calls out Jesse by name.
Yeah, so he's talking about... Well, Jesse is thinking about Darling talking about her as if she were dynamite.
Right.
Which is adorable. Yeah. Truly basking in it still. Actually shed a tear in my eye in silent admiration. Because I couldn't say anything. I had to just quietly sit here and let y'all enjoy it.
Just let it wash over you, really.
Wash over me.
Honestly,
it is a fucking bop. Like, it is,
it does kind of rule, yeah.
It is actually really fucking good. So that's gonna be playing in my head at work at the time where I can at least, like, grab my phone and play it. Similar but not limited to in the same category as Madame Clairvoyant's theme, and also the rap by fucking Johnson from Shadows of the Damned.
I thought you were gonna...
That rap plays about once a month in my head. Once every 2 months.
Did you see they announced they're gonna remake it?
Sorry?
They're remaking it.
Yeah, it's too much at once. I just finished watching Darling shake his little ass, and they did zoom in on that, which made me so happy.
She convinced herself that she was awake.
And then now I have to absorb that a game I love is getting remade. Oh, you're dead, I think. Oh, maybe not. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I know how to play video games.
Poster she'd been staring at. Cut off her eyelids to make her see.
Don't cut off my eyelids, just open them.
Yeah, dude, that's gross.
The eyelids have two options. Opened, closed.
Or cut off. There's a secret third option.
The body does not naturally cut off its eyelids. That's something...
Dillip saw your dichotomy and said, fuck that.
Dillip, you're the younger sibling, right? You're about to get fucking mollywop. Let's go.
He's still there somewhere. Locked inside. I know.
Jesse just twists his arm until he says uncle.
Twist his nipple. Small child, small child, small child. Whoa.
Whoa.
Power boost reader.
The way we said whoa made me think of that one of the many Spanish songs our parents listened to almost on repeat. I'm trying to think what band that even is. Oh, Quinta Estación?
Maybe.
I think so. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah. Madame Clairvoyant's theme from Luigi's Mansion fucking on loop.
That's interesting. When you said the rap, I did not think you meant Johnson's rap.
Oh, Johnson's rap at the end when you beat the game. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one's also very much my... DK rap too. We all know that one.
Well, that also, but I thought you were going to say the, like, the Louis rap. The one that's... Oh, God. I'm drawing a huge blank on this person's name. I know his username is, like, Everyday Louis, and he worked on We Bare Bears.
Oh, shit. The Poke Stadium one.
Yeah, the Pokemon Stadium rap that he made.
No, that I will say though, I will have to listen to that too. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, same. It's so good.
It's really good. Yeah, I just get hung up on shit like that, man. It makes me happy. Yeah, the Madame Clairvoyant one plays twice a week at least. DK rap probably once a week.
Hey, not for nothing, but that fight went spectacularly.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like I said,
you got the whole town lighting up dynamite.
Got the whole town lighting up dynamite. Johnson's rap once a month or every 2 months. A little less.
I'm excited for that game to be remade because I mean we're going to play it.
We're gonna play it. We have to.
I was just talking to my ex M, who I've talked a little bit about, like, with friends now.
Yeah.
But
Your friend. I mean, you know.
yeah,
I feel like at this point, it's
that's true.
more-
It's weirder to
more
refer to them
friend
as my
than
ex.
ex.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
more friends. Anyway, we don't have to get into like nomenclature of like relationships.
Yeah.
Point is, I shared that game with her when like I first learned about it. Oh, he's not gonna be in the sequel.
He's not gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
He won't be in the DLC. And so she was just asking me about that game not too long ago, and I was like, yeah, I looked into it like shortly before she asked me about it, which was already kind of weird. And I was like, you know, it's like impossible to play it unless you have a physical copy. Like, it's not on Game Pass. It's not like, it's nowhere. And it didn't get like a lot of games did. It didn't just get like ported all over the place.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, you played this thing on like Xbox 360, maybe PS3. I don't actually remember if you could
Yeah.
Man, I can't see
Maybe.
worth a damn.
And
Okay.
like, if you're like lucky like us, where our Xbox 360 just fully red ringed on us, yeah, you just don't have a way to play it. You're
Yeah.
done.
Pretty much, I would have to buy a new Xbox.
Until now. Do we know when it's coming?
That's a great question. I don't
Okay.
actually.
Oh, actually, two important things I have to Google. One.
Darling's actor.
Still such a cool name.
Oh, absolutely. It's the name for like an ultimate sweetheart.
Matthew Peretta.
Ooh.
He is 58.
He wears it well.
That's fine.
You said that like I can make that work.
He made that work. I'm engaged. I'm being silly, but I just think he's good looking, obviously. I find shit he's been in, like, I don't know, maybe I can find something. Been in Deadbeat, which I think was a show. Desperate But Not Serious, which was a movie. Alan Wake.
Who's he in Alan Wake?
Well, spoilers, I guess there's a movie coming out.
What?
Alan Wake movie? Bright Falls from 2010. What was that? Oh, that was a miniseries. Okay, well, he was in the Bright Falls miniseries, which was, of course, based off of Alan Wake. So I guess it got a miniseries, who knows when, and then now it's getting a movie. Interesting. He was in The Adventures of Robin Hood. Hold up, were you Robin Hood?
That seems very appropriate.
Hood. Fuck yeah, Matthew Peretta was Robin Hood in The Adventures of Robin Hood, a 1997 movie. No, I have not watched it, but it looks charming from the cover. Or sorry, it was a show. 1997, 1998. Robin Hood Men in Tights, a movie from 1993. He was in that one too.
Who's he in that? Is he Robin Hood in that?
No. That will be who's this one of them? That's this guy. This one I have seen be Robin Hood before.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he the one that did? Was he Zorro? Zorro-esque.
I thought Antonio Banderas was Zorro.
Nah.
Oh, there might have been
Zorro.
multiple
I'm
Zorros.
sorry.
Zolo.
Oh, no,
The four kids from Zorro.
No. What's that movie? Princess Diaries? There's a guy that's dressed up similar to Zorro in those.
Oh, okay.
Montoya?
Inigo Montoya, yeah.
Anyway. I digress. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that he may or may not have.
Like he's not super credited.
Yeah. It seems like he... Of course, he was born in Connecticut. That feels right. I don't know why. He was in... Oh, look at him young.
Huh.
He's giving... Oh my god.
I still get David Gilbert out of him.
I mean, yeah. Young him is very, like, the hair is very much Brian David Gilbert's hair, for sure. It's like David Gilbert meets Mark Ruffalo a little bit.
Yes, I see that.
Or even whoever played the I've never seen it, but Breakfast Club, the guy in the vest. The like.
Oh wow, that's Emilio Estevez, I think.
Yes, I think he's giving a little Emilio Estevez. Man, he's just good look. Hey, his birthday's our parents' anniversary. That's cute.
Huh?
Like, look at that.
Go figure.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's a handsome lad.
He's a handsome lad.
I can see why you're like charmed by him.
His biggest credit is this game, I will say. Like that's like the big one, and then the Robin Hood.
Yeah, The Adventures of Robin Hood. I wonder who he was in Robin Hood Men in Tights, because that's another huge credit. Where am I supposed to go? Is it there?
Wait, hold up. What? He was the voice of Alan Wake in Quantum Break.
Alan Wake was in Quantum Break?
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Here's the problem. There's no way to verify that because nobody played Quantum Break.
He also is the voice of somebody in Alan Wake's American
I
Nightmare.
missed my joke.
Sorry, one more time?
I said there's no way to verify that because nobody played Quantum Break.
I don't even know. I didn't even know what it was until like just now.
It's another game by Remedy.
He was in CSI at some point.
Oh, everybody's in CSI, CSI
I
at some
know,
point.
I
I was in CSI. No, I wasn't. Please don't look for me in CSI. You're not gonna find
Will
me.
Scarlett O'Hara,
In what?
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, okay. Who did he voice in American Nightmare?
Mr. Scratch.
Oh, that's the bad Alan Wake.
Oh, interesting.
That makes sense because I get like a manic energy from him.
Coma. I don't know if there's anything of him left in there. If he'll ever find his way back.
Oh, Dillip.
The portal's been closed, but the hiss is still in the oldest house.
Well, yeah, I
And the
mean,
lockdown can't be lifted as long as any trace of it remains.
so we're all gonna be real good
God.
friends.
Solution with
We're
my
gonna have a
management
big ol'
team, but there's
sleepover.
still a long road
Yeah, no,
ahead.
that's rough, dude. Could you imagine if you
I'm the
just
director.
you?
Oh, but she
you
looks hopeful.
Control.
Her eyes look like nice and bright, and she's like happy.
You
Got like a little like confident smirk.
and I.
Could you imagine if you clocked into work one day and it was just like, hey dog, sorry, there's like a horrible demonic influence and you cannot leave until we deal with it. And you're like, okay, sure, what'll it take? A few hours? And they're like, months, years. I don't know.
We
But
don't know.
but nobody's leaving.
Nobody leaves. It's like,
And like not you can't like we won't let you, we'll give you a tas. You can't like you are physically unable to leave.
Yeah.
The doors have been removed. Period. Like
Yeah.
from this space. How long before you're just like, actually fuck this and just kill yourself?
yeah, that's a long time to be in.
To be around your coworkers?
Yeah. Sorry, I was so busy
Go to work, Pablo
Googling.
Fernandez Gomez.
I was so busy Googling this man's entire IMDb career. What was the boss fight? Was there a boss fight?
There kind of wasn't.
We just walked
We-
up to Dillip and went,
We beat up
"What
a
are
bunch
you,
of
an idiot sandwich?" And moved on.
Oh no, not the idiot sandwich.
The most sibling ass thing to say and do.
Yeah, we put our brother to coma, which is also a very sibling thing to do.
Yeah, you know, just sibling things. Sparkles around that text. Sibling things.
Sibling tings. Yeah, no, the boss fight was basically just like a bunch of random hiss. Oh, there's his credit, Matthew Peretta.
Goodness.
Antonia Bernath. God damn, Emily.
Also, yeah, oh my god, the like very Faye-esque face.
She's a little cutie.
Dude, fucking cutie. Love this metal.
It's probably more Old Gods of Asgard.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I think they might have gotten away from this because that was back in like 2010. But and Alan Wake, they just straight up used like music. Like they'd just be like, hey, we're gonna listen to Major Tom, or sorry, Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna have to deal with that at the end of a chapter. And she's like, oh, okay. I sure hope, no copyright lawyers are watching this ready to strike.
Copyright Alright, warriors, please. Don't do it. Don't strike me.
Good luck coming for my money. I'm not making any.
Right. Good fucking luck, idiot.
I can't
Live
tell if
action
these
scene.
credits are like no longer voice credits and now physical being credits.
Physical being credits, I think, because one of them just credited the location where live action shots were done.
Oh, okay. Well,
like-
because Alan Wake was credited as like his actor, but also as Matthew Peretta. And then Thomas Zane was credited as I miss it was like Ilka something.
So I think Matthew Peretta does voicing, like he's kind of like Mr. Scratch and Bad Dark Alan Wake and Manic Alan Wake.
Could be. Yeah.
So like the thing we saw of Alan Wake like kind of losing his mind probably was Matthew voicing him.
Yeah, that could very well be the case. But man, I'm kind of surprised that we just like boop, it's done.
We did just kind of stumble into the ending a little bit.
Yeah.
I was expecting a hard as shit final boss, to be honest.
Same. I do know that this game like opens back up so that if you're like, oh well, I want to do the DLC now, you can just like go right back in. Which like we did the Alan Wake DLC before doing the game. So like I don't know what we would do that is worth like sticking around for.
Yeah.
So I guess we're just kind of done.
I think we are just
Guys, I'm sorry. Like I thought there was more game. I like kind of begged Bubbie like, please, I know you only have an hour. Can we please squeeze out an hour and 20 minutes?
I was
so
like,
that-
oh, okay, fine.
So that you know we can, because right now, like just a peek behind the curtain, I have in the pocket ready to go episodes for this week, the next week, and then the week after, just Monday and Wednesday. And so I was like, so if we do an hour and 20, that'll get us through that Friday and then a whole other week. But looks like that's not really gonna be
Looks like that
relevant.
ain't the one.
So we're gonna, I guess next time Bubbie and I get together, we're gonna probably work on our next game. Which, should I tease it here or no?
I'll leave that up to you. Alright, what else are we gonna do?
Fair. So after this, we're gonna take on a slightly another bigger game. Final Fantasy 16.
We'll give you a hint. It's the final fantasy you will have for the 16th time.
Yeah, sure. That's the weirdest way to do that.
I'm just now realizing its name is Final Fantasy, but there's fucking 16 plus of them.
Bubbie.
What?
Bubbie, how old are you? How are you just now coming to this conclusion?
No, I didn't think about it. It's just one of those names you don't like think about. Like I just like, yeah, Final Fantasy. I just say Final Fantasy aloud. And then now I was like, wait, no. Final Fantasy. It keeps calling itself the Final Fantasy. It's
Bubbie.
not.
There's apparently a whole thing behind. I guess we're
I'm sure
just
there
watching
is.
credits. Well, apparently at the time that the first Final Fantasy came out,
It was supposed to be the one.
yes.
Oh, okay.
That's like that's the way the story goes. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but I think at the time Square. I don't think at that point it was Square Enix, or Enix. I usually say Square Enix, but I've heard other people like lean more towards Enix.
The actual pronunciation is Enix, and I hate that, so I say Enix.
Yeah, I've always just said because I've also said Squeenix. Anyway, back when it was just Square, or Squaresoft, because I think it was Squaresoft and then Square and then Square, and I don't listen. I'm not a historian. There's entire channels dedicated for this. Dynamite. It wasn't actually performed by him. It's kind of a bummer. So the company was on the rocks. And so they were like, whatever game we do next, if it doesn't sell well, the company, like, we're just gonna shutter. Like, the company's done for.
Yeah.
And so they called it, again, the legend goes, they called it Final Fantasy, being like, this is the last one we're gonna try. And then it, like, blew the doors off the hinges, and people were like, holy shit, what the fuck is this game? I need more of it. And so then based on that, they were able to do more of them. But the name stuck, Final Fantasy.
Oh.
Oh shit. Director Faden. Oh. You're the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. The crisis is not over. Your work is not done. Damn. Okay, Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, we clean up good.
Yeah.
I mean, we looked great before, but
I wonder if there's like a little...
Is there any chance we saved Darling? Like any, the littlest.
Redemption. That's the name of the movie I was thinking of earlier.
What?
Oh, she talked about the poster.
Oh.
Remember, like, removing the poster, but then nothing's there. New mission, the Foundation. Oh, shit. I don't know if that's going to be, like, a whole episode worth.
I don't know.
See, this game already tricked us once with showing us credits, so I'm like...
I'm also
Is
a
it
little like,
actually
is it
over?
actually or?
I don't know. But I'm going to make it so that we fly good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's all I can afford right now. Astral Construct. Can I make more gun? I can upgrade gun. I'd like to upgrade Shatter.
Yeah.
I like Shatter.
We like Shatter.
We never mess with the jukebox. Like, theoretically, we could play this game for so much longer if we really wanted to. But I feel like that's kind of trying to squeeze blood from a rock. Like, I think we'll kind of get bored of that very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are more complete playthroughs of this game online and stuff like that. So you're more than welcome to seek out some of that. But I think we're gonna call it here, folks. I've had a good time with this game. I don't want to no longer have a good time by trying to force something to happen here that isn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
We already talked. He's having a bad day. Oh.
You should have called out sick, man.
Honestly, yeah.
You have the sick days. It's okay.
Bro.
Come on. What did we say? What did we say?
Now you're gonna get chucked. Idiot.
They get absolutely fucked.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, do you want to like lay out your
had a great
like thoughts
time.
and feelings?
I thought it was a great game. It was fun. In certain aspects, it didn't take itself too seriously, which I liked. And then when it did, it wasn't like, look at how dark and edgy I am. Like, it was dark when it could be, but it didn't shove it in your face. It just did it, and it was like, oh wow, yeah, that's dark. That sucks.
The humor in this game, I think, is masterful.
Yeah.
Because like
really
the game is funny, but it's not like overly silly to the point where it's just like, get a load of this guy.
Right.
Like it's not overly self-referential.
Right.
It's not. Oh, there's the jukebox. We never messed with the jukebox. I'm sure that's fun, but
right, like the humor doesn't get in the way of the game getting what the point across it needs to get across. And again, it's still being creepy or scary or interesting when it needs to be.
Yeah, and if you're like, hey, I'm actually not at all interested in the humor,
you
just don't read the stuff. Just don't engage with it.
Yeah, you move on.
Like, people aren't just like oh, weird. Director Tranch. People aren't just like chucking jokes your way.
Yeah.
You're actually like, you almost have to go find them, and they're less jokes and more just like, hey, look at how like silly this like incredibly dangerous artifact is. It's like, are you familiar with the SCP Foundation? So the SCP. Oh, I already missed this.
Oh yeah, that's fair. She would get promoted since Dr. Darley.
Dr. Darling has personally recommended Ms. Pope for a promotion based on her work ethic and assistance in advancing many ongoing research matters. See research reports redacted for breakthroughs resulting from her work. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and a quick grasp of paranatural concepts. She is professional and diligent, though some of her coworkers complain of social disinterest. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Ms. Pope to the position of research specialist. And then there's us.
Yeah.
So the SCP Foundation is a... Okay, here we go. Examination of paranatural topics. Collective unconscious. Summary. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of the unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge, linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Jung Report, page 12 through 34. Through this collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images shared by a massive population is redacted in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of redacted exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by simple power of sustained collective belief. Refer to file 5417532 for full report. That's actually kind of terrified. Like, imagine if you go to like Niagara Falls and it's just like, yeah, it's a place of power. You have to be wicked careful around the Niagara Falls, not just because you can drown, but because you can wake up in another dimension.
Yeah, that's terrifying. I hate that.
And that's just like an example. I mean, like Grand Canyon, boom. Anyway, so the SCP Foundation is a collection of online fiction centered around what is essentially the Federal Bureau of Control. The SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. And it's similarly like creatures and objects that have like SCP designations, like SCP-001, right?
Yeah.
And they have like different designations of like, oh god, I can't. It's been a long time since I really engaged with it, but like, they each have like there's some that are harmless, there's some that are actively harmful, and there's some that are like can be harmful given certain conditions, stuff like that. But they're like so very different. Like there's one where it's just like a staircase, and the idea is like if you start to go down that staircase, you're just going to be going down and down and down that staircase for seemingly forever, and it gets like darker and scarier and spookier, and like you start to see like weird things as you descend the staircase. But like at any point you could just like leave. But also the like horror in it stems from the mystery of like, but why is this staircase here? What does it lead to? Does it lead to anything? Is there a bottom? Like,
yeah,
what's causing these weird noises in this staircase? Because after a certain level, like that's the thing, and it's all written very much like the stuff here, like report style. There's stuff that's redacted, sometimes for humor, sometimes for like, hey, we didn't want to flesh this out, so you know it's redacted now.
Yeah.
Then which is the object of power, the slide or the slide projector?
Look, if you want to read that, just pause real quick.
Yeah, we've read a lot for you.
We've done a lot of reading. But yeah, SCP Foundation is very much like this, but with a tone of horror. Yeah, we're done. I'm not going to talk to Emily Pope. Cute as she is, she's going to drag us into a quest, and I don't really want to do that right now.
Fair.
But yeah, if this is something that like scratches a particular itch for you, and you're like, man, I sure wish it were like a little scarier, I highly recommend you look into the SCP Foundation. It is again like user driven, so like people write these things. Like this isn't like one guy who's just like, yeah, I created the SCP Foundation. This is like I mean, maybe there is one person who takes credit for it. But it is very much a collection of online fiction, and there's one that's like SCP-420, and it is straight up like an everlasting marijuana joint. Like there's joke ones, you know, but then there's also like one where if you at any given point somebody has to be observing it, and if you stop observing it, it will kill the last thing that observed it.
Oh, like the fridge.
Yes, there's one that's like the fridge, but it looks like a weird fucked up alien thing, and you've probably seen pictures of it online and been like, what the fuck is that? That is an SCP. So yeah, that's my recommendation if you really liked this.
Yeah.
But all that to say, I really liked this.
Yeah, I had a great
this was a
time.
really fun game. I love Remedy games. I never really got down on Max Payne because I was like too young when it came out, but our cousin loved Max Payne. And I almost really wish they would release like a remastered collection now that I'm older and like old enough to enjoy them really. Because Max Payne was very much like a gritty, like detective type thing. It probably hasn't aged super well. Like the first thing that happens is your wife gets fridged. But you could, it was one of the games that like, I don't know if it created this concept, but it like mastered it in my mind. Bullet time. Right. So you had like a meter that would fill up over time, and at any point you could like jump to the side or backwards or forward, press a button, and the whole world would just like slow down, just like choo, while you like started shooting shit, and it gave you so much control. It was also like real, at least on PC, it was really good about being like, hey, you know, you drop a quick save, if things go sideways, you just quick load, because the game also got like pretty punishing, and you would heal with painkillers and stuff like that. Like, again, kind of a relic of its time, but Fun game. And then, of course, there's the Alan Wake games. Quantum Break, which I don't think anybody really got down on. Do you remember Vash?
Yes.
Yeah, so Vash is one of my favorite YouTubers. For those who are unaware, Vash12349, shout out. He also kind of like really inspired me to do this and do the streaming thing. Indirectly, you know, it's not like I have like a close personal connection to him.
He wasn't like, go for it,
He seems like a cool dude, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into some parasocial shit where it's like, yeah, he's my friend. Like, he's not. He's occasionally said my name on stream because I'll sometimes drop by on stream. But he started Quantum Break and then stopped playing. I don't know if it was because he was bored or because nobody was watching it or what, but like Quantum Break, man, it's just got like a weird reputation. And people say Control is like what Quantum Break was supposed to be. But yeah, I highly recommend it. You know, if you've gotten this far and haven't played it, why don't you? Go for
ahead.
it, you know? Anything else, Bubbie?
No. I think we got it.
Fair enough. All right, well, hey, stay tuned. Final Fantasy 16 is going to be our next big game, kind of replacing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday slot on this. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. If you like what you saw, make sure you like these videos as you go along. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you get these videos in your sub box, and ding that bell so you get a notification in your sub box. Beyond that, there's my Twitter at MasterSushimi, where I like to tweet fun stuff about video games, the occasional meme here and there, most importantly, pup dates. Those are updates about my pup, Mr. President, aka Theodore Roosevelt, aka Teddy. Second, most importantly, though, I tweet when and what I'll be streaming over at twitch.tv/MasterSushimi. As of the time of this recording, we've been playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's been really fun. I've only really done the one like dungeon so far, but I've done like a ton of just like exploring the world and just like seeing like little side stories. I've been having a great time with it, so highly recommend you check it out. If you already have checked that out or done any of the other things I mentioned, first and foremost, thank you so much. It means the world to me. But also, make sure you share it with friends, share it with family, share it with foes. Really anybody who you think would be into it, because we want to grow as a community. We want to be loud and proud here at Tsushimi's house. The best way to do that is going to be through your word of mouth. With all that being said, thank you so much once again for joining us. See you in the next video, set of videos, or stream as is appropriate. And in the meantime, I hope you take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na. If you're looking for it, na na.